Hello, everyone. Welcome to another series of the Imprint Explained. And today we're looking at something in current affairs and something that has been discussed in a lot of news channels. Even Donald Trump himself talked about this. So the question is, did SARS-CoV-2 began from a lab? And basically, the thought is that there was this 27th January expose by the US State Department. And these cables warned issues at the Wuhan lab studying bad coronavirus. And USA now obviously is exploring the possibility that the coronavirus spread in a Chinese lab and not a market. Now the question is whether there is evidence of this. BBC, CNN, everybody has been talking about it. There have been conspiracy theories. Even Luke Montagner, the man who discovered HIV, says it's a man-made Chinese virus. True or false? Let's go and try to discuss about it a bit. So, did the SARS-CoV-2 began from a lab? That's the question, right? So, the theories about the origins of CoV2, right, that is COVID-19, have been obviously spreading as fast as the virus itself, right? Many have focused on the presence of China's most advanced virus research labs, the Wuhan Institute of Virology, to suggest the SARS-CoV-2 might have originated in a lab. Okay, now that's the question. So remember the Washington Times in January 26 article suggested that COVID-19 was a result of biological warfare gone wrong. Right, that is the basic idea. And the article spawned a million WhatsApp forward. It quoted a former Israeli military officer as saying that the virus may have originated in a lab in the city of Wuhan linked to China's covert biological weapons program. Now, whether it's true, let's try to look into that. So, there was a 17-month study done by several virologists, including Christian Anderson of the Scripps Research Institute, right? And it says that the SARS-CoV is not engineered. Right, the SARS-CoV-2 is not engineered, and it says the proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2 concludes that based on the available genome data that has now been mapped in several countries, it is improbable that the SARS-CoV-2 emerged through laboratory manipulation of a related SARS-CoV-like virus. And it says the virus was 96% identical to the whole genome level to the bad coronavirus. And it suggested two possible origins: natural selection in an animal host before zoonotic transfer, and natural selection in human beings after the zoonotic transfer. So it's saying that either the mutations which are there, I think more than 30 mutations of the coronavirus. Some strains are very strong, the other strain is very weak, right? But the idea is that the zoonotic transfer is obviously there, and that is the cause of mutation. Now, if we are to assume the origins are natural, the source is still a mystery. Okay, people say it's a bat, some say it's a pangolin. It was a bat being studied at the lab, right? Because remember, the Wuhan Institute of Virology did conduct bat coronavirus research. So whether it was sold at a market, infected another animal, and it was sold is a matter of conjecture. Whether it will actually true or not, that is debatable. Now, coronavirus, the question is there evidence for this release theory? Because everybody is saying that. So lab leak points to the US State Department cables, right? In the beginning itself, we actually showed you those. Washington Times has talked about it. Then other site, February 6 study by Zai Batao of South China University of Technology, which has been deleted. The paper has been widely cited, but has not been peer reviewed. It's only one page long and cites only circumstantial evidence that the Wuhan Center for Disease Control, the Wuhan Institute of Virology, is only 12 kilometers and 280 meters from the first infection cluster at the seafood market. Now, the likelihood of lab origins hinges on whether the CoV2 virus was being studied, right? And the Wuhan Institute has denied it, opening up the lab to foreign researchers might shed some light, but this might not quell doubts given the secrecy with which such labs operate, and more so in China. Moreover, the Chinese government has put new rules that require research on the origins and have to be vetted by even more doubts now. Finally, we like to talk about the fact that there's no evidence to prove or disapprove a lab leak. It totally depends which side of the political milieu you are. The West would like to blame China. The Chinese would like to say no, right? Interestingly, what happened was Xi Zhengli, right? This is her, and she published a paper in Nature on the origin an evolution of pathogenic coronavirus, and was in December. And she warned about the increasingly dangers of spillover of bad coronaviruses, especially because human activities were bringing in close, proximity to bats. Their prior research obviously helped the SARS-CoV2 genome, and now they're being blamed for this. So this is like you are helping, but you are the one who get blamed for it, right? So in scientific community, new theories are usually discarded as credible based on evidence of which offer. But that doesn't happen how the rest of the world operates. We believe what we want to. We believe what is more conducive for us. We believe what biases we might have, and we believe in that. Thank you so much for listening. Do subscribe and like our channel. Well, the question still is up. I think it's only after a couple of years that we'll actually find out whether the coronavirus was from a lab or is actually, as mentioned by the virologist, that it was a natural one.